Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Annika. I had 3 miscarriages in a row and now I am a mom of 2 healthy girls. And this week we approached our due date of our very first pregnancy again. It's the 3rd time around, so our child would be 3 years old this week. And I've been thinking about it a lot this week, but not in a negative way. Lots of messages have reached me asking me, how did I cope? How did I cope with pregnancy loss, with miscarriages 3 times in a row, and not losing hope and staying positive? And honestly, I don't have a specific answer for that. One thing being, I am a believer. Like, I believe in God. Some people call him Allah, others call him the higher power or something else. Basically, we all mean the same. It's just believing in love and a creator that created us in love, and to love each other, and love kind of equals hope for me, and not giving up, and the positive energy that flows within all of us. And I guess I just knew that in my heart I would be a mom someday. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, I just knew I will be a mom. And I was holding on to that thought and that feeling, and that kept me going. After the 2nd and 3rd miscarriage, the hope got smaller and smaller, but I didn't want to give up because that was my biggest dream, to be a mom. And we kept going. And I actually, when you're in the middle of that, it just feels so hopeless, and you feel like you're alone and nobody understands your pain and your sadness and everything. And I, like, every time I get messages from you guys that have to go through the same, I totally feel that pain all over again, because I know what position you're in at that point, and you're not alone. Just know that you're not alone. What else? With our first pregnancy, I just knew that we had to get our grief out. It's not okay to bottle up your grief inside of you, because it will come out eventually. And sometimes that is through depression. And you don't want to be depressed once you have children, because you want to have the joy and the happiness and the love around them that you prayed for them so long, and now they're here and then you're depressed. So you don't want to get there. So it is a good thing to get your grief on all the sadness out. The way we did that with our first pregnancy was we had 2 balloons, since we didn't know the gender. We had a pink and blue balloon, and we wrote messages on them, and then we let them go, like literally letting them go, letting the baby go, letting the sadness go. I had a natural miscarriage, so I kept everything of the baby. We put it in a little box, wrote another message on there, and we buried it in the woods. And while we did that, we just cried. We cried so much, and we just let it all out. We were just the 2 of us, my husband and I, and we let it all out, and we cried till we couldn't cry anymore. And then we went on with our life, and then we had the 2nd miscarriage, and with that, it was winter time, so we couldn't bury it, and that actually really broke my heart, because I felt really bad for that baby that we couldn't bury it properly, and that kind of made me feel guilty, but that's not good either. And the 3rd one we actually gave to the doctors for genetic testing, but they couldn't find anything out. One point because it was too small, and the other because it was not fresh enough, I guess, because I had a natural miscarriage and not a D&C. But what we did with the due date, that is now 3 years, I can't believe 3 years already. Like 3 years ago, we actually made a little birthday cake for that baby and kind of celebrated the birthday or the due date for ourselves. And we had some quality time together, and just spent that day together and thinking about it one more time. Like that, at that point the pregnancy would have been over, so we just wanted to finish that up, and how can I say that? Not finish it up, but to like close that kind of book, have it as a memory, but also coping with that, I guess. So yeah, we tried to do that with the other ones too. and now I'm a mama of 2 healthy girls. And is the pain still the same? No, it is different. Like, I do think about it. Like this week I've been thinking about it. Oh, this week we approached the due date again. I do think about it, but not in a sad way or in a negative way. For me, it's just in the back of my mind, because we grew from that. We are the persons and the parents that we are today because of what we went through. And when you're in the middle of it, you don't feel like that, and you don't want to hear that, really. But we grew so much because of that. We changed our whole life, basically. We changed the way we eat, the way we use cosmetics. Our whole lifestyle is totally different because of what happened. And we would not be at that point in our life if we would have not gone through it. And I see that now. And there are so many things that, in the point when I was in the middle of that, or when we were in the middle of that, some people were saying some things that they meant it really nicely, but when you are miscarrying or when you go through recurrent miscarriages, that's not what you want to hear. I will make a video about that, because there is a bunch of things that just like feels like someone is stabbing you in your heart again, even though they mean it really nicely. So, and now that we are out of it, I do see some positives coming out of that. But when I read messages from you guys that write me on Instagram and tell me that you're going through it right now, and that I gave them a little bit of hope or something like that, then I totally feel that pain again. Like, I totally feel what you guys are going through, and it hurts me in that moment, and I just wish I could take your pain away, but I can't. But I also know there is hope, and you should never give up. And then this past few weeks, I got so many messages of you guys testing positive and being pregnant now. And I'm so excited every time I get a message like that, because I know how it feels like. It's like you're worried, of course, but you're also happy. And I know all these feelings, and I'm just so excited for you guys. And I always feel like there is hope and that you should not give up. And if you feel in your heart that you will be a parent or a mom, then you will be, and you should not give up. And I just love reading all those positive messages, especially then when the rainbow babies are born, and I get messages, hey, our rainbow baby's finally here, and that's their name and stuff, and I'm just so excited for you guys, and I'm celebrating with you. So yeah, I just wanted to get this video out today, just kind of showing you how we went through it and how we see it now, and how it changed us. And just know that you guys are not alone when you are going through it. And there's so many that feel alone and you feel like nobody knows that pain. We do. Mommies who have went through it, and daddies too. We know what you're feeling like, and it's okay to feel like that. Let it all out. Don't let it consume you, because happy moments are coming for you. So guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye guys.